get that song going louder. Holy shit. I want more. Oh, wait, there's an echo? The
No,
fuck?
I axed it. I axed it. It was on my end.
Okay, good. I love this kind of music. Oh, shit.
All right, and let's go.
How do I get the music louder?
If you go into your top right, the cog, there should be like where the jukebox is, the full music note. There should be a player option, or no, yeah, the cog is where you set your master music level. You've probably got.
Yeah, my music level's all the way up.
I can jack up the music a little.
Yes.
All right. So we enter the year 20XX as Pat, whose hacker's name is to be determined. Okay, 12-sided guy. Okay.
Wait, what?
He says looks like Fallout to me. The year
my
20XX.
character's name is Ashley 3.
Alright, but I'm gonna spell it with a 3.
Okay. Just spell it ASHL3. 3.
Ashel 3.
Ash 3.
Amazing. It is the year 20XX. And you are trying to steal something of great value from Carozingia Teleelectric Therapeutics, a small business in Old Town. You know that there's something sinister behind their therapy, but you don't know what it is, just where it is. You're not able to perform a remote hack because you don't have a tap on their systems. You have 2 line shunts with you and you're going to have to get both in. However, you have one benefit on your side. The simulation chamber.
Ooh.
You're going to be able to experience what it would be like to break and enter into the facility as many times as you can take before executing the final heist. So before you is the tube, and you are free to enter at your leisure, and you will be inserted to the first logical breakpoint, arriving at the facility.
Nice. What a cool setup. Yeah. Alright, so let me just get a little bit more explanation. What sort of facility is this?
It is, technically speaking, they have they take appointments for therapy, and they use some sort of electronics to help with that. But there's more to the facility, and there's more employees at the facility than can account for that business. Although most of them are not in on the weekends, when we will be simulating the hit.
And where am I right now?
You are in a top secret facility that you have access to as a member of a group of hackers known as Shadow.
Ah, yes.
You are tapped in to the predictive
Our Lord
network.
Peter Buttigieg is going to be very pleased with my work.
Yes, you're plugged into the deep predictive networks of the AI that centrally plan the Earth's development, allowing you to imagine precisely what the inside of that facility is without even knowing it.
Okay.
The only catch is, if you die in the game, it will hurt in real life. Your system can only undergo the strain so many times.
Alright. I'll be careful.
Indeed.
Let's do this. It's gonna be a piece of cake.
As you climb into the tube, hissing sounds, and the chamber's door closes over Ashtel 3, and you awaken.
Just call me Lee. That's my nickname.
Oh my gosh. You awaken across the street
L-E-E.
from your
Or
target.
L33.
Oh my, what's this? Some cyberpunk walls.
Wow, gorgeous. All right. Across the street from my target. So, is it the green one?
It is
This
in fact the green
shitty
one.
house? Okay. Girls, girls, girls.
Yes, you see a drunk man who's sort of losing his shit over here. And you do indeed see a club across the street, or further down the street.
Interesting. So that drunk man, does he, how does he look? Aside from drunk, what is he doing?
He's sort of like on his knees next to a vending machine and some scaffolding. And he's like, oh god, I need more.
Is he, so tell me a little bit, is there a drug issue in this city, or?
Well, Old Town is known for being ravaged by drugs and poverty. This man, you could roll a whiz medicine if you wanted to know about his condition.
Alright, let me get my character sheet up. Skills. Would it be, sorry, heal? Whiz heal?
Yeah, heal. Whiz heal.
Okay. 6.
It does seem like he's going through some sort of withdrawal, but you're not quite sure what kind. He seems to be padding around in his pocket for something, but you see that something has fallen on the ground besides him, a sort of key card.
Alright. So he seems like he's not going to pay much attention. Now, it's best for me to break in, right? I don't want to use the front door.
Well, if they manage to detect you, then you are probably going to have to wipe their systems. I will say, you do notice an Oni Eye 360-degree camera right here.
Oh, okay.
You suspect there are several throughout the facility.
Makes sense.
So if you do anything conspicuous in front of them, you're going to need to hit security to wipe all of their footage. And you do know that they normally have a cyborg security specialist on staff who's ready to take care of anybody doing funny stuff.
Okay. So, all right. I'm looking down the alley. I see another Oni Eye.
You also see a panel, the kind of panel that you can place a line shunt on. You have 2 line shunts, and with both of them, you'll be able to hack the facility from your data slab.
Oh shit! All right.
Of course, it is in full view of probably both Oni Eyes.
Oh, then I've got an idea. Alright, I'm gonna cross the street, acting like a concerned citizen.
Alright, can you give me a charisma perform as you feign concern for this drunk man?
Yes. Yes, I can.
Oh shit, a 14. Yeah, so he's like, oh wow, thanks. I need to... His arms move a little bit haphazardly, as if though he's not fully in control of them, or some shadow pain, or perhaps directive is acting upon them. You can't help but notice that the card next to him has a Karozingia electrical therapy symbol on it.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it seems like it might be a client card.
Well, I'm gonna say, why don't you come with me into this alley and I can help you up?
He's, with a performance like that.
Kind of like over here. Or here-ish.
Right. So the card is on the ground behind him, but he comes with you.
I pick it up.
Okay, can you give me a dexterity sneak to pick it up without,
Oh yeah.
too conspicuous?
Let me see. Okay, sneak.
Yeah. So you make a swipe at it.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah.
You get into like here or.
Mm-hmm. So I ask him what's wrong.
He's like, I need more, but they won't give it to me. They say I have to wait 48 hours. It helps.
They won't give you what?
His arms sort of twitch, and he's like, you wouldn't understand.
I'm far more understanding than you may give me credit for. I've been through many a tough situation.
You want to give us a charisma talk? It's not going to be very hard.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, all right. They attach these electrodes to your arms, and it's like, they move, but you want them to move, but you're not moving them. I don't know how to explain it. It feels good. It helps me.
Mm.
It fixed my arms. I could drive again.
Oh, okay. So, a cybernetic implant?
No. It's all over the skin.
Hmm.
Something to do with the nervous system, I don't know.
Oh, you poor fellow. Well, how do they apply them? What procedure is done?
He's like, they just take you into the office and the therapist puts it on your arms and then I don't know, they hit something and it starts happening. They mostly just talk to you.
All right. Well, do you think that, let me see. So, I just want to make sure. From this vantage point, can this ONI see me well?
Nah, you're partially obscured as long as you're next to the drunk man. The one behind you might see you because you're a little bit far from those dumpsters, but anything that's happening between you and the drunk man is not going to be very well detected.
Yeah. How far do I have to be away to get the line shunt working?
You need to get it physically into this thing.
Okay. Because I would have slowly been backing up, I think.
Alright. With him?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so he's slowly backing towards you. You're
trying to get him. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's around there. So. He's not drunk or high or anything.
Well, he is
which
drunk.
is unfortunate. He is drunk.
He is drunk. It seems he's vomited. It seems he's been drinking.
Okay. So I say, how stupid does he look?
He seems pretty inebriated.
He wouldn't believe that I was fiddling with a vending machine, or not a vending machine, but he wouldn't believe that I was fiddling with an ATM here. Would I? Would he?
He's not presently under the effect of any, as far as you know, any like hallucinogens or anything, so he might not be like super able to be like caught into that, but he is drunk enough that he might not question it if you say something weird to him. You do have him going with your charisma of 9.
Right. Also, would I be able to erase his last appointment if I were to enter this machine?
If you were to put the line shunt in, no, you need 2 line shunts before you can hack into there.
Okay, but once I'm in, I could hypothetically erase the fact that he was just there?
Yes, you could.
Excellent. Okay, I'm going to tell him, your story really speaks to me. My father went through a lot of, pains after the war, or, whatever, skirmish. And he suffered a lot of trouble like that. Why don't I help you a little bit I'm a generous soul. I am also something of a skilled hacker. I think I could erase your last appointment and you could go in and get more.
Oh, wow, you do that for me?
It's my father's birthday, or, well, it would have been.
No, God, I'm so sorry. Well, I mean,
It's alright.
that would be a real saint move. I'm sure you'd do your father proud if you didn't do that for me.
Of course. You remind me a lot of him.
And,
in my head, I'm like, by which I mean a drunk, but...
yeah.
And, I'm gonna, go ahead and say, I need you to pretend that, or to keep talking to me.
Okay.
And, make sure that those cameras don't see me, because, obviously what I'm doing is not technically on the up and up. Alright, and have I gotten him in a position where he's, amenable to being my assistant?
Yeah, he tries.
Okay, I mean, I don't have to do much. Let me see. Alright, now it comes to the programming. Oh, do I need to roll a sneak as well? I should probably do that.
Mm-hmm. Alright. So you managed to slide that in and do. We remove one of the line shunts from your inventory, and you do have to take a moment to pull it out because it's a stowed item. But you take it out, and you know how to have one of two line shunts. You can hack the facility's stuff from anywhere if you have two line shunts in.
Okay.
Although the more that you hack it within the same 24-hour period, the harder each hack will be. And the more you're trying to do, the harder the hack will be.
Okay. But I can get that second line shunt in right now, right? With another skill check?
No, so every line shunt has to be at a distinct location.
Oh, okay. I have one in.
Mm-hmm.
So I tell him this might take a little bit, little bit more work. Why don't you buy yourself a drink from that vending machine? And
okay.
stay around there so that I can tell you when I'm finished.
He wanders over to the vending machine.
Yeah. I also give him, I transfer him, like, enough money for one drink.
Yeah.
So, do I see any other places where I can put a shunt?
You do not. You do know that they would normally be deeper inside the facility, only due to the suboptimalness of the location. Is there an exterior one?
Excellent.
Hence why there's two cameras in the area.
So, let's go in. Do I need a key to enter?
Yeah, so you need a key card. There is a processor right there.
Fortunately, I have a key card, which I have stolen.
Mm-hmm. Roll me a whiz notice real quick.
Yeah. One sec. Wisdom's not my smart. Whoops. Sorry, that was with my strength.
That was a strong notice. Yeah, so I can. That's fine. I can go back and factor in.
We can do that.
Yeah. So you tap the key card and the door opens, and do you step inside?
I look around.
Before stepping inside.
Mm-hmm.
You see this door seems to be opening, and a woman who probably works here steps out. She seems to be looking towards you.
Mm-hmm. Okay. But could I have entered had I knocked and asked for an appointment or something?
You think that... So they mostly work with mid-level corporate drones. You're not quite sure how they make appointments, but you don't think there's walk-ins.
Okay. So, all right. Seeing her, I would walk in.
And she's like,
And
"Oh,
say,
hello. How are you doing? You here for an appointment?"
yes, I am here for an appointment. I made it a while back, and I'm not sure it's still in the system.
Oh, sure. I can go check that for you. We have some easy reading
Yeah.
on the table here, TV, and of course, you can help yourself to a drink.
No, thank you. What sort of beverages do you have available? And while I'm talking, I would probably walk around, kind of get a lay of the land.
They have a variety of sodas and alcohols, and she's like, "I'll be right back." And you want to roll me a whiz notice?
Yeah. Let me roll whiz notice, and also I would like to look around to see if I can see any more of those.
Yeah. She did seem to have a bit of a surprised expression when she saw your face.
Okay. So she probably can... There's probably an identification attached to the card, isn't there?
Yeah, it does seem to have his name on it. You can presume they've got facial data in their database.
This door seems open.
Yeah, this is the door she's just gone in through.
Okay. What about this door over here, where there's a gentleman?
So that's open.
Is that a...
And that's yeah, you actually notice a safety bot headed towards you.
Oh, that is a safety bot.
And it says halt. Halt.
I look at the name identification real quick on my card.
Yeah.
What's the guy's name?
His name is Derby Toother.
Okay. So I make a very pronounced point of looking at my card and saying, "Oh goodness, there must be some misunderstanding. I'm so sorry. I grabbed my father's card."
So can you give me a cha talk? Okay, the safety bot walks up right next to you and says, "Please remain here. Please."
I'm sure we can work this all out.
And yeah. So
do I see any more panels behind?
Any more panels? No, you see another Oni eye, but you don't see any more panels. But you do hear a door opening and closing, and the safety bot is still saying, "Please remain here." Do you do so?
Okay. The door opening and closing, is that on the side that the woman just came from?
Yes, Bedward Bar, the drunk is the cover. Wait, so where's the sound coming from?
Yes.
It's coming north and west from around this corner.
Okay. Interesting.
And the door that she went back in has closed again.
Sorry about that. I finished eating. Okay. I'm going to say why, yes, of course I'll comply. Why don't you just go ahead and speak to your manager? I definitely made some simple misunderstanding.
You are being detained. Please stand by.
Oh my goodness.
And after a moment...
Well, I don't want to be detained.
After a moment, you hear someone say, "I'm his manager," from around this corner. And then emerges a cyborg face. A very skeptical looking cyborg face. And he has another safety bot behind him.
I would say, total misunderstanding. I grabbed my father's card when I was leaving the house to get this appointment that I made a long time ago.
He's like, sure, just come back with me and we can sort this all out.
Oh, yes, please. By all means. I have no intention of being one of those problem clients.
Good. So, there are now 2 security bots and the cyborg, and they are escorting you. And they want to take you in a certain direction. Do you go with them, or...?
So do I see anything that I could hack in the other directions?
Right now you are not getting eyes on one of those panels.
Interesting. Okay. Well, yeah, I think I'll go with them. I'll comply.
Yeah, they walk you down to this door, and then across the hall. Well, I didn't do tracks or several of these. Yeah, so they take you across, and
I'm trying to, while I'm walking, I'm trying to see if there's anything,
So while you're walking, you don't see anything, but you do notice a panel, exactly the kind of panel you need right here.
Okay. Goody goody.
Yeah, so that's a panel right there, and the doors shut behind you.
Mm-hmm. I take it this is his office or something of the sort?
Yeah, you see lots of monitors, and you can see the feeds for probably what looks like all the Omni-Eyes along this monitor bank. And he gesticulates, and he's like, why don't you have a seat? But first, sure. Before you sit down, one of the safety bots grabs one of your arms, and the other one grabs your other. And he's like, but first. And then he reaches into your pocket and takes out your laser pistol. And he's like, so, and he puts it down on the desk behind him. What were you talking to that drunk guy about?
That drunk guy is my father.
That's really interesting. And he's like gesticulates towards the chair, and the safety bots pull you in that direction and then like shove you into it.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, because here's the thing. I've already looked at his file. He only has sons, and they're both dead.
All right, look. The transition didn't go as smoothly as I thought it would, and I had to do some legal things that weren't necessarily, in the up and up.
We can still run your DNA.
Yeah, and why don't you go get yourself a needle then? You'll see that I'm his daughter, not his son. Don't be rude.
Give me a cha talk. He's like, all right. Well,
this is the 20XX century, okay? We don't have to talk like that. We're above that.
Yeah. That doesn't explain why I'm detecting a line shut in the system.
I can't explain that either.
So if I search your person, I'm not going to find any hacking equipment.
Why don't you get your needle and test my DNA, and you'll find that I'm not lying.
He looks and considers a moment, and he's like, you know what? I think that we have a simpler way to sort this out. Come with me.
Okay. I'm gonna come with him.
Alright.
Actually, I'm gonna ask, can I have my work pistol back?
And he's like, work pistol? What's your fucking job?
I'm not authorized to tell you my fucking job.
And he's like, Yeah, very fucking lightly. I don't see any government clearance here. He takes the pistol and puts it in his own belt, and he's like, "You'll get this back if we determine you haven't been trespassing, ma'am."
Okay. Very well. I'm confident that everything will go smoothly.
All right. So, do you allow yourself to be transported?
Yeah.
All right.
Of course, all the while, I'm looking to ascertain where entry points are
Mm-hmm. So,
and access hacking.
they walk you in, and he's like, "All right, you handle it from here." And the employee looks a bit concerned, but she's like, "Okay, well, I wasn't expecting to have an appointment right now, but if you could just sit on the couch for a moment, and I'll be ready for you."
Sure.
And the door was closed behind you.
Now, what sort of wall is this? Is this
This
an
looks
easily
like a
broken
Japanese screen wall. Like you could possibly like punch through it. Like it wouldn't be that hard to punch through it.
And is this an Oni right here?
Yes, it is. So
Okay.
she invites you to sit on the sofa.
I'm going to sit on the sofa, and is there any way I can make out what's in the other room if this is in fact paper?
Can
Like
you give
silhouettes?
Can you give me like a whiz notice?
Yeah. I almost did a strength notice again. God damn. Probably don't see anything.
Yeah. So she's like, "Oh, okay." So she pulls something out from under the desk, and it seems to be this like series of like nodules, almost like the things from mocap, like these balls and suction cups. And she's like, "So if you just roll up your sleeves, we'll put these on your arms."
Can you talk me through this? Explain to me what you're doing first. This is, of course, my first appointment, and it's not going at all the way I expected it to.
She's like, "Don't worry, dear. This is just going to send sensations up and down your arms with brief pulses. Nothing to be worried about."
Okay. Well, your guy back there, I'm assuming security, he gave me some really bad vibes, okay? And like it's kind of giving me some disquietness about this whole procedure. He said there was an easier way to find out my identity because of this, and I'm not sure what that means, and also I don't feel comfortable with it. And can I see the forms again?
She looks really uncomfortable, and she's like, "Listen, dear, I don't know what he said to you, but I actually looked in the computer and found your appointment, and we don't need to do anything to verify your identity. I'm sorry that Halstage was a bit brusque. Old Town is a bad neighborhood, and we've had issue with break-ins recently."
Oh, thank goodness. Now, I don't often out myself like this, but
Indeed.
My father, they when they mentioned that my father's file only had two siblings, or two children, both of whom were sons, you probably don't have my name in your system, like my name.
She's like,
Would you mind telling me what you're reading in the system under my appointment?
she's like, "Well, it was, back,
I give you updated information.
Certainly, we can go through all of that soon. I just, I left my slab and my other coat. Could you just extend your arms for me?"
I'm gonna do a fucking whiz notice on this sketchy man.
Well, let's see. Let's see how well she talks. Let's see how well she talks. Oh shit! What the fuck?
Can I say I have a modifier because I know she's lying?
I mean, I'm gonna say you're suspicious at least.
Yeah, okay. So, I'm gonna say Actually, you know what? I think this whole thing was a huge misunderstanding and a huge mistake. I would prefer to just leave, and I'll figure out the whole appointment thing later.
She's like, oh my, I'm sorry, honey. I think you're going into shock. Morgan, could you get over here? And you hear someone
excuse
moving
me,
on the far
I'm
side.
not going into shock.
She's like,
I have rights, okay?
you see that she's removing a readied item from within her coat. It whirs with swirling prongs and electric zzz.
Is it a cow prod or?
It looks like it might be of that variety of item. And the door.
Yeah,
swings open.
Actually, I'm gonna look through the door. What's on the other side?
All right, so hold on. So you get
Give me that
off.
view.
You get off the couch and do you stand here?
Yes, especially so that I can look through the other door.
Okay, so just to clarify, you stand up and you look in this direction.
Well, I look both directions. Obviously, it's kind of just like a whir sort of
I was
thing.
to say that, like, because you're gonna get the prod.
Ah.
You take 4 stun damage with a zzz to the behind, and this is initiative.
Okay. Wow. These people are really militant.
All right, so we're gonna give you that tie. You do not have any of your weapons. You have been prodded. You are locked in this office. What's you gonna do?
Okay. So I think punching is probably my only option here. Actually, how hard would it be to just kind of, when she gets at me, just kind of like, swipe her to the ground or swipe her into the other room without necessarily trying to hurt her, but like,
You want to
scooch
reposition her? Give me a Give me a D. Yeah, I'd say that's a dexterity punch.
Okay. Let me see. So like the skill punch?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me go up and find. Okay. Modifier +0. I don't think it's gonna go in. Oh, okay. It will. Dexterity. Boom. That's pretty good for a D6. I don't know if we'll do it.
Regrettably, she managed to remain standing. So that was your main action. You still have movement. You can risk an op if you want to move.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna run out this way.
Alright, so this crazy employee is again going to try and hit you with the prod. Misses, zapping her own desk.
Oof. Oh shit. Nice.
You reach the door.
Is it locked?
Yeah, so it beeps. It seems to have been locked.
Mm-hmm.
She comes up behind you and tries again.
Shit.
And misses again.
Oh my goodness.
The one from the other room is going to come, and she's only going to get to here. And she's going to be like, yeah, she's going to be like, stop, this is for your own good. It is your turn.
It is.
A locked door.
Oh, honey, I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm going to risk the op, of course, but I want to break through this wall!
Holy shit. Holy shit. I hope that you don't get hit so that you can actually do that. Yeah, what the... So can you roll me like a dex or strength exert to just tear through it?
Yeah, oh please do well. I'm gonna go with dex because, obviously.
You managed to tear through the paper wall and arrive at the far side.
And now I bet this bitch didn't lock her door.
Yeah, so you want to move up to the door?
Yeah, is it locked?
A moment. Advanced his drawing. So you try the door and it clicks open. And you have moved 25 of your 30 feet. You have 5 more feet you can move. You've made your action, which is basically attacking it. Yes.
So let's run through.
He's not super. All right, yeah. So you want to get into the doorway?
Yeah.
All right, you reach the doorway, and some
Oh,
more
boy.
entities roll initiative. This is amazing.
Okay.
And all right, so that
My objective is just to get 2 line shins in, right? After that, I can hack them from wherever the fuck I want.
well, you have to steal something physically in this facility as well. Yeah, so it's a safety bot's turn. The safety bot manages to get adjacent to you.
Okay.
He's gonna try and give you the prod.
Damn. That's rough.
Actually, this is a stun gun. He just wants to shoot you at point blank. So,
That's a hit, and
Ashley's head slams into the door frame. An unknown amount of time passes. And you awaken in a strange place. There are some employees here. And there's also Holtzage and a security bot. And one of them says, "You don't know because there is like a full layer of glass between you and them, but you can look around."
I do so.
And you do notice a panel here. Some strange stuff attached behind you. Strange fluids vent in, and you make both a physical and a mental save.
Oh no. Alright, let's see. Skill saves. Oof.
A series
the physical saves alright though.
Strange roiling liquids filter into the chamber and begin to burn at your skin. Your mind is shaken, but your body persists. You take 1 system strain. And
oh my goodness. They're giving me system strain. Oh
after
shit!
a moment, yeah, so they converse a bit, and one of the employees leaves the room. And then Holtzage leaves the room. And yeah, so
who's Holtzage? Did I see that guy?
He's the security guy.
Okay. Is he the security cyborg?
Yeah, he's a security cyborg.
Okay. He's the guy that I was in the room with earlier.
Yeah, the guy who interrogated you briefly. Yeah.
Gotcha.
And he is so he leaves the room. This room is directly north of his security room, you see. And you feel yourself like having this jolt to your brain, and it seems like they're trying to knock you out, but you resist it. And then you see the safety bot come up right next to you with a stun gun, and the thing begins to open. What do you do as it's opening? How do you appear as it opens?
I would like to appear as if I haven't woken yet. Have they seen me wake yet?
Give me a chopper form.
Okay. 1 sec. Stillness. Okay.
She's like, so, yeah, you're up at 1. So, she says, interesting. She seems to respond pretty well to the tests. It's almost like her mind's already inoculated to it. Well, we'll have to figure this out on Monday. Nobody with the clearance is here. Safety bot. We have all the data we need. You know what to do. And it says, activating meat van routine. And it grabs Ashley and begins to drag her towards a door. At any
Which
point,
door?
this door. And by the way,
I guess.
You no longer have any of your items whatsoever. And so you're back to a base 10 AC. Actually, I think 11 with dexterity? I don't know.
Interesting. So there's so he's dragging me to this door.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to open my eyes briefly to get a lay of the land before I close them again.
Yeah, so you can see another panel up there.
Okay. Here and here. Interesting. Now, it's probably the case that I can't quite make out anything past here, right?
Yeah.
All right. So let him drag me out.
He slides you out. And he's continuing to drag you towards the doorway. Roll me a wisdom notice if you're willing to open your eyes while he's doing this.
Yeah, I am. Not a strength. Wisdom. I guess they're both kind of the same, right? They're both -1?
No, this is -2 for you.
Oof.
Comes to the doorway, you don't see what's inserted or anything, if anything is, and the door opens up, and he drags you outside. He seems to be waiting for something to happen.
Well, I don't give him the opportunity. I'm gonna. Let me see. I'm gonna try and wrench myself free. How would that be? Am I wearing a jacket or anything aside from this?
Nope. You have been relieved of your secure clothing.
My goodness. All right. Well, how do I wrench myself free? He's probably not carrying me very tightly.
You could make a strength exert or a dex exert to twist yourself free.
I'm gonna go with exert to
yeah, dex exert.
Dex exert.
All right. Oh, sorry, it wasn't a save. It's a skill. He's gonna try and contest. Yeah. So he notices that you're resisting. Yeah, and you see a sky car flying in, and the safety bot says, "Please remain passive for organ removal." And then he goes and attempts to hit you with his stun gun. Regrettably, that hits puts you under.
Yep, and I'm assuming I'm gonna wake up in the other room.
Well, you
or
awaken.
Worse.
Yeah, so you awaken in a bathtub full of ice, and yeah, you hear some people talking outside about various, and you notice that you have like wiring all over your forehead, and some of it seems to be going into your forehead. You hear people talking about the SimSense market.
Okay.
Around that time,
is there anything in here sharp?
Not that you can reach because your arm's not responsive, but before you can do anything, you see on the screen something that says id removal, and it's at 99%, and before it can click over to 100%, you are back in the pod chamber, and you take another hit from system strain, although weirdly enough, you do seem to wake up in the other pod than compared to the one that you remembered getting into.
That's fucky. Okay.
Yeah, you've taken a system strain, so you are at 2 system strain.
How many can I take?
7 is your max.
Alright.
Before you are dead.
So, subterfuge and charisma didn't get me all the way that I needed to get.
No, but you learned a lot of things.
I did. I learned a lot of things. That's kind of the objective this mission, or this way around, to get a read of the land. And I did indeed get a pretty good idea as to what I'm working with. So, my question is, how much cash do I start with, and where do I go to find explosives? or
So,
wall
you have
cutting
you have
charge?
you have 100 credits available to you that will not buy you anything that can blow a hole in a metal wall.
Okay. What about
if you want
carving a hole through a metal wall, or
so you
melting
have
a hole through
a
a
meta
metal
tool.
wall?
You have a meta tool which would allow you to attempt to solder through thin enough walls. I can tell you this: it will take time and require fixed dexterity.
Okay.
You have a +1 to dexterity and -1 to fix, coming out to a 0 in the wash. So, also, oh, hey, shit, there's something that I should remind you of.
Mm-hmm.
As an expert, once per scene, you can re-roll a failed skill check, taking the new roll if it's better. For our purposes, a run through the simulation is equivalent to a scene.
Okay. Interesting. That might have been helpful earlier, but probably not super helpful.
I think you passed most of the skill checks you were going to pass.
Yeah. So, I have a soldering tool already. Now, I noticed there was a nightclub on the other side of that.
There was a nightclub on the far side of that.
Okay. Well, send me back in. But also, I would be interested in knowing what's on the other side.
Yeah. The black glass descends over you again, and you feel yourself melting. And then you are back across the street.
Okay. You also didn't erase me from my previous location.
Yeah, I nuked that. Yes, and things are eerily just as they were.
Okay. So, Lee, I'm gonna ask what's on the other side of this this whole building complex to the far north. I understand that might require you to do some speed work.
Well, so the thing is, there's no way to expand a Roll20 map to the north. I can tell you that it's just like another building. It is a more secure facility. It is owned by a mega corporation. You do not think that breaking in there is going to be easier. You do, however, know. So the nightclub, you could roll me a Cha Connect to know more about the nightclub.
That's a great idea. Also, I'm going to look up and see if there are any. So I did not see any stairs in that building. So I'm assuming that they're not connected to the rest of the building, which I should read as sketchy to begin with. But let me see. Where's my skills? Here it is.
Yeah. Oh,
so by the way, I'm also going to look up.
I figured there's an easier way to make you able to just like click on things. Let me go set that for you. But first, I feel like, yeah. Was it Wiz notice? Yeah, I'll just set that to the Wiz. We'll assume you always want to do Dex Exert. We'll say you're using int fix or dex fix actually, and yeah. Yeah, you know some people who party there, some party people. You even know someone who's friends with a manager. You know that their side racket is collecting SimSense things from the club's various rooms, and for people to play back on expensive implants so they can live vicariously through those other people, doing copious amounts of recreational drugs and party activities. It's a pretty wild place. You could get in. The cover charge is 30 credits. You have 100.
Okay. First, I'm gonna say, "Hey, Gramps, here's $1. You know, don't spend it on drugs."
He's just gotten up from vomiting. He's like, "What? Who are you? Where's my card?"
I don't know. You're some homeless motherfucker, and I'm giving you money. Don't question it too much.
He's like, "What? Thanks for the..." Yeah, so you give him a little bit of money.
And I try to steal his card.
Yeah, give me that Dex sneak at a +3 modifier because you've done a good job. Yeah, so 9. So you managed to swipe a card. You now have a card with his ID and everything.
Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna go over here to that club.
All right.
Okay, actually, you know what? I'm also gonna look and see. I'm not gonna make it conspicuous, but is that car? Deal with that car.
It's a flying car that has been parked here. You could potentially, so it would be easier to fuck with the parking meter than it would be to fuck with a car, but you can RF hack the frequency which allow you in. Any mistake would result in the alarm going off. You would need physical distance on an RF signal, probably within 30 feet of your slab.
Okay. Good to know. 30 feet. Could I... Now tell me, how extensive are these hacks? Can I tell it to do something in 10 minutes? Can I...
So...
Ooh, I could turn the alarm off in 10 minutes. Without a doubt.
So you wanna have a delayed action on this car?
Yeah, I want to see if I can get a delayed action driving attempt.
I mean, you want to try and drive it in 10 minutes?
Well, remotely, yeah. Like,
you want to remotely
into
drive
a window.
So you could think that you might be able to hack into the remote control of the car. It wouldn't be easy. And it would require the commitment of a line shunt, which means you need to get into the car. You have 2, and you need 2 to gain full hacking control over the facility. You don't need full hacking control over the facility to do what you need to do. It would just be very fucking useful.
Now, do they need to know, or do I need to secure my identity much more than I have been?
It would probably be ideal if there was no way to trace this back to you, which means getting to the security place and nuking their records, or having fully hacked into their system and then just swiping delete footage on your pad.
Awesome. Okay. And I can see this through the window, right?
See what? Her?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's an
not
espresso machine, a computer. Yeah, this is supposed to be a front, like a, yeah. You can see her at her desk. There's a mug of coffee, an espresso machine.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna go into my into the nightclub.
All right. Pretend that we are playing Darude Sandstorm.
Oh, what the fuck?
Shit.
That's bizarre. Give me 1 sec.
Hold on. So, filling dead air quickly to bring everyone up to speed. Pat is a Cyberpunk hacker, and she is trying to steal the thing in the back room of this facility here. And she actually has several lives to do that in because she's actually in a pod going through a simulation. And she's been through 1 life thus far, and she can keep doing it until she runs out of system strain. She gets a system strain every time she died, but she also took a system strain inside this pod when they tried to do something else to her. So yeah. That's pretty much the skinny. And yeah. So far we've had her die by getting caught, interrogated, stunned a bunch, and then had all her organs removed and her id deleted by a computer.
Okay, well, that is a very dirty hoodie now.
But yes, Ashley has just entered the club and is probably going to do some skullduggery as she works on her heist. Also, this is some great music.
Sorry about that. My phone slipped and knocked over the cup I was drinking from, which didn't have a lid.
No, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I resolved it. I just had to pour myself more now.
So you are in the club, and what do you do?
Ooh, looks like I'm the only person in the club.
Yes, well, assume that I had faces to put here.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, no. So it's a hopping club, basically, right? There's like people.
There's a lot of people here. Everything's very loud. 10 minutes into club and chill, he gives you this face.
Oof, damn. That is a fuck boy for sure.
There is some club goers.
Yeah. Ah, cool. My friends with snake bites and hoodies. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm gonna snoop around, see if there's any access point to the back, or basically I'm looking for somewhere I can be with as little fuckery as possible, and solder away for as long as it takes.
Give me a whiz notice.
It's not amongst. Can I do a connect instead, because I might know more about the layout of the?
You could do a Shaw connect to have. All right, so you know the janitor, and they're here working on some stuff, and you can hit them up.
Yeah. So what do I know about my janitor friend? Is he down for bribery, or do I have to actually fuck around with him and give him some sort of lie?
He needs some money on the side. He's a lonely. He's sort of a low level guy. You know that he's also a veteran of the war, and his cyber leg gives him trouble sometimes.
Oh sure.
Yeah, payments have dried up under the new legislation. So he's just sort of pulling. He works 2 jobs. You know him from his other job where he does some daytime IT. But he's hard strapped. He could use credits, and he doesn't really give a fuck about this club, but he doesn't want to lose his job either.
Yeah. So, am I in a position to offer him a better job at super secret squirrel place?
So,
as a janitor, maybe?
You are not really in a position to induct any new members to Shadow.
Gotcha.
If you would roll me a Chalk Connect, you might be able to hook him up with a better job. Well, 11's down the line. Yeah, you show up and he's like, yeah, sure, here's a back room. Absolutely do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, and I also give him a little bit, like 15. Or 15 sounds low. I'll give him 30.
He's like, yeah, I appreciate that. And wow, yeah, no, I'm going to start tomorrow. Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks for that, sugar. And he blows you a kiss, and he's right the fuck out of there. He's done with his job. Now give me a fix.
Hell yeah! Workers of the world unite!
Yeah, pop me a fix. And after some time, you manage to solder through some walls. And you find yourself right next to one of the line shunt panels. And I'm just going to roll something real quick here. Yeah, okay. There is no one in this room right now. You have arrived in the security room where all of the cameras and shit are. And if you wanted, you could try an unprepared hack.
Shit.
Although it would normally take 10 minutes, you could rush it to go even faster. but there isn't a big obvious hole in this wall now.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to hack that shit.
And there is an Omni Eye, an Oni Eye, so there's a record of this unless you go and expunge it.
Well, I'm gonna have to.
Alright, alright. So you get to the console, and, you,
I just want to shut their whole system down, honestly. I want to shut all the cameras off.
And with Hacker Focus 2, you get a bonus, so roll me a d4, and that's going to subtract from the minutes it takes you to do this job, which is going to be relevant. And then I'm going to roll...
By the way, my gun is ready. I know Hertz is here, and he's ambiguously queer, and he's gonna die.
All right, yeah. So you hack into the system, and you gain several important pieces of information. For example, you learn his login, which could have saved you a long time on this hack if you knew in advance.
Oh, hey! Fun.
Mm-hmm. And
thank God for the future.
And yeah, so you learn Holtz's login. You manage to get through some stuff, and so you want to try and suppress the systems or turn them over to your side. You just want to turn everything off?
Turn them over to my side.
All right, so
off would be fun. On my side would be dandy.
All right, so you see zzz, 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 and it's not really getting quite as far as you want, and you're worried that you might be triggering some stuff soon. Roll me a wisdom notice.
Okay, well, so if things are not going my way, I just want to shut them off, by the way.
So,
but,
yeah, can you roll me another, program int?
Program. Okay.
Okay.
And also, I've got my gun out, to be clear.
Regrettably,
that door.
the second hack gets one harder. Yeah, and you've got your gun pointing at that door, and
like Overwatch? Can I declare Overwatch?
Yeah, you can. So
I got Overwatch, motherfucker.
So he walks in, he's like, "What the?" And then your gun goes off. So pop me that shot.
Motherfucker!
So you hit a wall, Holsage rolls behind it, and you see something that says, something flashes on a screen saying safety bots all safety bots released, all safety bots leaving docking anchor, all safety bots reporting to Holsage's position. And you hear some sort of a mechanical turning out at several points in the facility. It sounds like a high alert mode of some sort has been enabled. You can use your so you can you can roll again, and if you want, you can use your once per scene reroll if it doesn't work out.
On the programming?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I know that the DC is probably higher than this.
Yeah. So you want to give me the reroll?
Well, is it possible for me to meet the new DC?
Yes.
What's the likelihood?
Not great, but pretty high. You've been rolling, unfortunately, low on some stuff, but...
Okay. Well, let's give it a shot.
Alright, so you managed to turn off some stuff. Some of the cameras go bloop, bloop, and you managed to delete the footage. However, we enter initiative order.
Okay.
So, Haltz is gonna say, "Look, I don't know who you are, but if you throw out your gun now, I won't kill you."
Well, if you just cease and desist, I won't kill you. How about that?
Alright, fuck you. I gave you your chance. He comes around the corner, aims, and you have partial cover behind that desk. He shoots his shot and misses horribly, and then steps back behind the wall again. It is your turn.
Alright. Hmm. Hmm. Alright, describe to me what's underneath the desk. Is it solid?
No, it is not solid.
It's just a desk with legs and shit.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay. I'm gonna push the desk over.
All right. So it's a weird sort of like U-shaped desk. Do you want to give me a dexterity or strength exert?
Those are connected. Okay. Yeah. Let me see. I do actually. Skills. Exert. I would push the shit on one side off first, and then kind of use that as leverage. That's what I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm. All right, yeah, this whole thing gets toppled, glass breaks due to the nature of this one shot. I'm not going to be deleting or moving stuff too far, but yeah. So you've achieved that. That's a main action, and I'm assuming you want to get in cover behind it?
Yeah. Ready to action.
All right. Holtz comes around the corner. Wait, so did you want to radiant actually shoot at him? Or...
If that's possible...
I think your main action was popping it over. Yeah. So Holtz is again going to...
I'm just like ready, you know.
Again, going to make his laser pistol shot. Oh, I shot as you rather than him last time. He's going to miss. He's going to step back. This is an amazing firefight. It is your turn.
Okay. So I can probably, considering I just flipped shit, I can probably safely move to like this square right here.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I see him?
You can. Yes.
Actually, I can pop out here. Does he have better cover?
He has barely any cover if you pop out there.
Okay. So no cover, or do I have to keep moving? Because I can move and shoot, right?
Yeah, you gone 15 feet.
I could literally move to here, and does he have cover from here?
No.
Fuck. Then that's what I do.
Shoot.
Yeah. Give me a sec. Probably miss.
Yeah, you miss narrowly, and so you moved 15 feet.
And I move. Yep, and I move back.
All right.
To full cover.
It's Holtz's turn. And Holtz says, "There's no point in pecking at each other. This is all going to be over real soon. I suggest you turn on. I suggest you rethink your strategy here."
Maybe I will.
Alright, he does not do anything else on his turn. It's your turn.
Oh. Really?
Mm-hmm.
How long does it take to put a line shunt in?
But a moment. If you roll me a fix.
Okay, skills.
All right, so it takes you a little bit longer if you commit. If you commit your main action on your next turn to doing it, you'll finish.
Okay.
So it's Holtz's turn, and he says, "All right, I warned you." And the door to your south opens, and you see a familiar room. As a familiar bot walks through. You also see another bot behind him who seems sort of deactivated. It seems as if though you managed to turn off at least one of the bots. This bot is going to enter at initiative 1, and you hear footfalls, mechanical footfalls, somewhere else. And by somewhere else, I mean very close by.
Okay.
And someone else has entered at initiative 2. And Holtz seems to be holding back. It is your turn. If you commit your main action to it, you can finish getting the line shunt in.
I put my main action to it, and then I say something to the effect of, God damn it, I thought this was the vault. Where's the goddamn money? You stupid fucking pieces of shit. They gave me the wrong information.
Alright.
Trying to, like,
you put on a
defray
performance.
the fact that...
And then do you want to get the fuck out?
Yeah.
Alright, roll me a Cha sneak. No, sorry, not Cha sneak, a Dex sneak.
Okay.
You ghost out through the club.
Nice. Alright, well, you know where I'm going next.
I do?
I think you do.
Right.
Hey. So earlier.
By the way, as
had
you
to
walk
do a little
by,
bit of subterfuge.
well, I mean, you may or may not
Sorry.
notice it as you might want to walk by this front just to see if you notice anything.
I probably would be looking on the inside. Okay, let me wait, no, what am I doing? I don't even need to go to that guy. Why was I... That was my first thought, but it was a stupid thought. Fuck it. We'll do it live. Alright, does my notice hit anything?
No, but you can look around the room and see if there's anything you notice.
Okay, what is that?
It's a turret. It seems to have
Nice.
folded out from the ceiling.
Excellent. That's good to know. I'm gonna say, hey, Gramps,
And it's like,
and
hey,
run over here. I got you on that whole thing that you didn't tell me about. Gonna hack the system, fix you up, good.
and it's like, oh, thanks, what? And, yeah, so you're here. You think that the Oni eyes outside are both disabled. You have... So you just want to give me your best fix, and we'll to determine how long it's going to take you to do this. Bear in mind, if they search for your line shunt inside, they will be able to find it and rip it out. So it's only you have a limited amount of time.
Right,
But
I can
you do gain
remotely hack their bots, presumably.
You gain full access, and you can hack their bots. The bots are labeled 1 through 3.
Awesome.
And you are
I'll
detecting.
tell them all to fire at Hertzage.
So you're gonna have to roll me a program to subvert the system, and you have to pick which of the bots you want to do it: 1, 2, or 3.
Oops, wrong button. Sorry. I can't see any of them, so presumably the one that would be the most likely to discover the shunt, aka the one that was in the room with me.
All right. I'm gonna say, depending on how well your program does, you will pick you'll pick the. All right. Yeah.
11.
You see one of the safety bots turn and engage. You think that there's some violence going on inside.
All right.
You can't see or hear because the cameras are down, but you know.
So I know that the item that I'm looking for is inside of the facility, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The item is someone. Yeah.
This door over here is hackable, yes?
Yeah, it's a system you can subvert because you now have full access.
Oh, I don't even need to use the car.
Yeah. You can in fact hack this door. Roll me a whiz notice.
Do I need to roll anything, or is it just okay? I see the turret there, but is that sorry, let me just skills.
Alright, yeah, because this door was open in your last playthrough.
Sorry, yeah. Okay. I'm assuming that an 8 gives me
you
sight of
notice
that.
there seems to be some sort of electrified grilling along the interior of it. And then you notice in the code a very cheeky name called Shock Collar. And you notice there are several Shock Collar routines associated with several doorways. So you get the feeling like if you were to step in here while it was on high alert, it might shock you.
Can I turn it down from high alert?
Yeah, you have access to the high alert functions, although so does Halsage. You could try and you could stop and try and do an int program to lock him out, but that could take minutes. Or you could just hope that he doesn't turn it back on at an opportune time.
So is it the entire flooring or just the doors?
It's the doorways in particular. I can like.
Can I jump through the doorways? Do I have to stand near them?
So it's an electrified field, like which will zap you if you jump through it.
Gotcha. Doing so well in this run through. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit. Jump.
All right, you hop and roll me a physical save.
He did, didn't he? Motherfucker. Ooh.
You make it through without getting zapped. You do, however, see that this turret does still seem to be on and begins to rotate.
Can I turn it off?
Yeah.
Or do I have to shoot it?
Give me an int program to try and shut down systems.
Hacker girl, activate!
You sadly do not hit the DC for that, and you've already used a reroll. You've used some of your time that you would have had doing that, so I'm going to roll the initiative on the turret, and then we're going to see who goes first, you or the turret.
Smart. Probably the turret. Well, nice.
Yeah, so it is your turn.
Okay. Don't think I've gone through this door yet. Can I pop it open?
Yeah, you can step forward, and by this point you can, unlock doors with ease. And you see, oh shit, it's what you came here for. You just need to raise that glass cage and then grab it.
Beautiful.
Yeah, you do, however, notice that there is an electrical grill here. Do you
the door?
Yeah, do you risk it?
Okay, so sorry. How long exactly does it take to shut this shit down? And can I shoot it to make it stop?
You could try shooting it to overload it, but overloading it won't ensure that it's totally off. You could actually make it more dangerous to traverse this doorway if you shot it. Or you could take it out. It would be a very precision shot. High AC. But if you hit somewhere in a middling AC, you would actually just make it worse.
No. That'd be bad because I have no good shooting abilities. The programming, how long would that take? Would it take more than a round?
Yeah, it would take like a minute, which is like 6
that's
rounds.
A lot.
Yeah, it's a buried subroutine program. It's hard to control without shuttering the door, which would close it. So,
all right. Well, I'm gonna jump.
All right, give me a Dex exert.
Skills.
And let's see if you get an 8. You do not. Roll me a physical save. A jolt of electricity shoots through your body as you are zapped, and find yourself stunned for 1 round. You notice a turret as you sit there stunned, but the turret doesn't seem to move, almost as if though it's been turned off earlier.
Oh, God. Still not good that I lost a round on this whole thing, but damn.
Now then, let's roll this. And, it winds up. Oop. And, yeah, so what we're going to do here is we're going to enter, just stealing from the Alien RPG, a 5-minute period of time. And you're going to take yours, and then someone else will take theirs. You see the cage, you know it has to be raised, and then the thing that you're here for is under there.
Okay. It has to be raised.
And this shadow area represents a 5-foot drop, which you can take without harm, but won't be free to scuttle up. And you believe that button over there looks like it would be the control panel for it, but there's also a computer over here and some computer dials everywhere. Really, you're not sure. Oh, and hey, a certain kind of panel.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I've already done the thing that needs panels. How hard is it to jump on that?
Give me a dexterity exert.
Oh boy. I hope it's not a hide, AC.
These are the stairs, so you know.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, you hop onto the stairs just fine.
Yeah, and then just jump over there, probably.
Yeah, so
because I'm aiming for that button.
Yeah, so you get over here. You're moving pretty quick. Perhaps a minute has elapsed as you get to the button, and it wants a biosignature on a thumbprint.
That's not hackable. How about this computer right here?
Sure, you want to go over that computer?
I'm assuming that the bioprint is not something I can fake, but I can perhaps change their systems so that it doesn't request that, or that it assumes that my biosignature is the correct one.
So you can try and go in there, and what do you want to do? It would be easier to insert your biosignature, but you need to be sure to delete it afterwards.
Yeah, that's what I do.
All right, then
I put in my biosignature as a valid.
Roll me an int program. That'll be the rest of this 5-minute period. And it uptakes. Meanwhile, someone else...
We should do a 5-minute break pretty soon. My computer's lagging.
Oh, you think you're going to run out of power soon?
Well, is it good to do this now or after the round? I have enough time for either.
Alright, I think we do it after the round because...
Okay.
Yeah. You hear...
Do I hear any gunshots and stuff? Am I hearing conflict?
You're not hearing it anymore, although you do hear Holtz's voice coming from this southern doorway. AZ says, "Alright. I don't know who you are, but you fucked with the wrong cyborg." You also hear this doorway opening as you see a safety bot stepping into the door frame. And we cut at that point.
Oh shit! All right, let me switch my computer over.
All right. So yeah, we are gonna take a quick old 5-minute break. Thank you so much for coming out with us tonight for this surprise Cyberpunk one-shot. 5-minute break. I'm gonna be right back, Miss Parch. Alright. I am back. We are just going to wait very briefly. Pat getting her computer back up. Those of you who are not aware, Pat's computer is a bit fucked and has to have its battery packs swapped out. If you'd like to support the channel and her future art streams, it would be really great for us if we could get a little bit more money to give as part of her laptop fund. Lots of people in Diesel Shot have already given, and we've made very significant progress, of course, just by being here, at an unplanned midnight 13 a.m. stream. You're supporting the channel a lot. But yeah, that's what we're putting the Diesel Shot funds towards right now, because we think it's the best use of our resources. Because obviously she's a great artist. She's done, I don't think there's a single piece of pixel art. I did the dumpster, but I think literally every other piece of pixel art you're looking at right now is hers, and it's fucking, fabulous. And this is zoomed out. Like, this is what 100% zoom looks like. And hey, Pat.
Hey, sorry that took so long. Let me give us another show post, and I'll be good to go.
Yeah, no, for sure.
How many views do we have, by the way?
We have like 4 or 5. We had 9 at one point.
I'm not one of them, but that's good. It's good for a just a totally spontaneous thing.
Yo, for sure. So,
yeah, I'm just making a quick,
Alright, pop on the socials. Now let's just take like 5 minutes. We'll see.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. It depends. If you die again, it'll take longer than that.
Yeah, right. I don't know how long this will take. I could very well die just here because I am a soft little meat puppet.
Yeah, you rolled pretty well though.
I did. Yeah, no, I've been doing really good this run. Hashtag hacker girl.
Yo, for sure.
Breaks into the mainframe. Right, and I put a link to our page. Let me give us some images because I got some images to show. One doorway. Let's get another one. Really like those Cyberpunk doors that I made. They're so nice and shiny.
Yeah, most of that stuff is on the south side of the street because I got it after I'd already made the map.
Oh yeah, no, totally. I mean, in fairness, it wouldn't make sense on the interior of the map anyway, so it's totally fine. I'm just saying, like, this whole map really does show off nicely the content that we'll be introducing in the Megacorps. What did I call it? Megacorps Marines and Monsters pack. The hashtag Alien RPG. Okay, so let me delete some words now on. And 2B can all be one word. Boop, boop.
Okay, well, it's your turn when you're ready.
Sorry. If your boom text speak to the rescue. And an IN boom. Okay. Sorry about that. I'm ready to go.
All right.
My turn.
So this is your turn. You got 30 feet, and the main action. You know that you got to press this button, which will now accept your fingerprint, and
Awesome.
you got to reach this glass cage, which will raise to reveal the what you're after.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna. So my main action doesn't have to be pushing the button, does it?
I feel like there's a swift action or something in this, and I'd say, yeah, this is like your bonus action to press this button. Because
Yeah.
It's just
All right. I'm gonna push the button.
Mm-hmm.
Raise that. Raise the gate. As it were. Okay. There's nothing under the gate. Cool.
It's
Got
raising. It's raising, and you see something, something in like a cylindrical container. Certainly not a picture in this film. And yeah, so that's your turn. No, that's not your turn. You've moved there.
Yes,
moved 10
I would
feet.
also like to shoot if I can, if that's available.
Yes. Which target would you like to choose in this vicinity? Because you do know that this is one of the ones that has a shot collar protocol on it.
Oh. Wait, so the shock collar protocol, would that affect...
If it's going haywire, it would.
Oh!
All right, you want to pop a shot?
I'm gonna shoot the door! Yo! I'm gonna shoot the door knowing that I'm a shit shot. Can I actually intentionally fuck it up?
Well,
there...
you still need to hit within a certain margin for it to happen.
Right.
You do manage to, and there's some sparking.
Hell yes.
All right, so it is
Boom.
that's your main action. You have 20 feet of movement left. Where do you want to go?
Yeah. So can I jump onto the platform from here?
You can just like walk onto the platform.
Yeah. Also, yeah, I could just. You know what? I didn't realize those were stairs early on. Yes.
You cannot get all the way there though. You can get to.
I'll get as far as I can. Actually, can I get as far as I can in this kind of general direction?
Sure.
I'm assuming there's like a two. But how far is the drop?
5 feet.
Okay.
From like one of these rooms.
So I have a degree of cover.
Mm-hmm. In a certain sense, yeah. So, Holtzage is going to come around this corner. And he's going to shoot you.
I don't have any cover from him.
And with that, you feel the final beat of your heart as you drop to the ground, dead right next to this cylindrical container holding two long black objects. And you awaken in the pod chamber, back in the right pod again this time, interestingly enough.
Switch me over.
Yep.
Okay. Interesting.
And you take another system shock, and that's hurting. You are up to 3 system strain.
And I can only take 7, right?
Yep, and as you've encountered, there are ways to take system strain without dying inside of the simulation.
Yes, I have. Holy shit. I'm very glad that I died as opposed to getting caught by the scientists.
Yeah, indeed. There's lots of less than lethal stuff in there, so it could have been.
There is. It could have been bad for me. It's good that it was bad for me in another sense. In the deadly sense. Okay, interesting. So let me think this through. Also, would I have to say necessarily that I did X, Y, and Z, or can I just say I would like to restart at a certain point?
No, yeah, I think that was an intended feature that I didn't really keep up on, but if you've successfully gone through an element of this, you no longer need to make skill checks and maneuver around. you can reinsert at a certain level. That being said, if it was something extremely messy, like the way that you got there was messy, then not everything might be the case. For example, that turret might not have been one of the ones you knocked offline.
Okay. Well, I'm going to make this easy for you
Mm-hmm.
and say I would like to shunt back to before I enter the facility after having stuck the one or both of the line shunts into the boxes that let me hack them.
Oh, okay.
Before I jumped through the first shock collar.
Oh, okay. So you want to go there. Okay, never mind. So I shouldn't have started undoing stuff then. Oops.
No, that's fine. I'm sorry. I should have told you that before. Sorry. Back when Holtage is still fighting with the robot and so on and so forth.
Right. Back when Holtage is still fighting with the robot. Yeah, oh yeah, so there's the robot debacle. Alright, yeah. So, just once you've gotten the line shunt in and you are, yeah, so you're back, you've just gotten the line shunt in, you feel yourself go through all the motions, but it almost goes by in a breeze. And you're back here with the line shunt in.
Okay, let me zoom out because I'm only seeing black. Boop. Okay, cool. All right, I'm gonna take the X number of minutes to disable the shock collars and the doors, or not disable. Sorry, to take control of the shock collars.
All right, give me an int program.
Okay.
All right. You think that you have perfect control over them. Do you want to set them to just shock anything that in anyone that isn't you?
Yes, I do.
All right. And you already know how to get through this door because you figured out this door code last time. Do you want to pop it open?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And with that, you notice this turret is not turned on. It's not rotating.
Excellent.
One of the more chaotic elements of your past run that were different. Yeah. And, all right. And you just walk.
Can I walk in here?
Yeah, you walk in here, and as the doors open, you're saying about where you are right now, and you realize that this turret is in fact quite on.
Bugger.
Yep, and
right.
you're gonna roll some initiative.
Yeah. God, you came up with this all on the fly, and it's really good.
So the turret rotates.
Really well thought out.
And it fires at you. And thankfully for you, it does not hit you, because that would have been twice as much HP as you have. So it puts laser holes into the wall behind you. And it is your turn.
Alright, so how do I hack these guys? How long does it take?
Or
can I?
Do you want to suppress it, or do you want to take control of it?
Well, which is faster?
It's way faster just to suppress it, and it's a lower DC.
Uh-huh. That one.
Alright, give me an int program. Regrettably, it doesn't even make it, but I don't think... Yeah, you haven't used your reroll. You haven't used your expert reroll yet.
Yep, alright.
Just enough.
Ooh, yes! Whew. Nice.
And,
okay.
Yeah. You,
Do I know, by any chance, what the DC would have been to, get them under my control?
More like an 11 or 12.
Okay.
And, you feel like time is progressing. You recall that you had about 5 minutes from when you entered here to when he caught up to you. But now you know a lot more about their data system. So you might be able to just get in and do it.
I do it.
All right.
Set it to accept me as their biological, you know, master.
All right.
And
we'll pretend that this was here at the map layer. All right. Yeah, you could do that. You walk over, and then you manage to set it. Open up. You see the cylinder. You see the stuff inside. And
okay,
as you are, what do you do once you've got that sorted?
All right. While the turrets are off, can I take over control of them?
Right now, you're suppressing the system. You might be able to take control of it while you're suppressing it, but if anything broke your concentration, they might turn back on.
Would it be an easier DC because they're not shooting at me, or probably not?
Nah. And in fact, because of how many hacks you perform, the DC gets progressively harder.
Oh, right, okay. You know what? Fuck it.
And alright, so you want to...
For hacks.
Alright.
Yeah, I go up here.
And you manage to get...
And
to be two long pairs of cybernetic gauntlets, perhaps, or gloves, made of some sort of polymer material. As you're getting them, you see Halsage appear shout around the corner, and he's like, "I have you. Give it up."
So wait, he's appearing around the corner? Can I duck under? Can I, like, drop?
Yeah, you can duck down there.
Yeah. I say, yeah, you got me? Come get me.
He's like, "I fucking will." And Halsage and this safety bot are going to try and make their way in. You hear a piz crackle pop as a safety bot explodes in a flurry of bits and parts in that direction. And Halsage steps in. He's like, "What?" And makes a save and makes his save. He's like, "Oh shit, what?" And he hops down in there with you, and then moves around to this corner. And you're down in it with Halsage, who...
oh my god.
Yeah, that was his turn. So now it's yours. It's your turn. Which way you gonna head? And there's a doorway opened here that is not currently being shown to you, but then this door is also going to be open, actually.
Okay. Alright, so the whole grabbing of this thing, that's a whole procedure, right? Takes some time. Grabbing this item is going to take some time, right? That's something I can just do.
No, yeah, you already have the item, is what I assumed.
Oh, I already have the item.
Yeah, it is a bit hefty, but because you don't have your line shunts anymore, and yeah, you got it.
Oh, so this is about escaping now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That changes things. That changes things.
Mm-hmm.
Would I have cover from here?
You would have a bit of cover.
Let's just say I exert and like try and climb up.
Well, I mean that's
as opposed.
You can get there in a single move. Do you want to or no?
I kind of want to keep going, but
you can. Your main action could be to run and get another 30 feet.
Oh, yeah. Let's say I run and I'm running kind of in this direction. Not that. Sorry, not that direction. Why did you open that stupid door? I want to go.
The safety bot came in through there.
I want to go over here. Actually, wait. No, when I get here, I can see that there's an open door here. I want to run through here.
Okay, so you get to like about here.
Wait a sec. That's fair. I want to be right there because I don't actually want to keep going in that direction.
You hear the footfalls of someone who's coming after you. it is your turn.
Do that running thing that you mentioned earlier.
So you want to, all right, so you want to come back out here, and you want to get a full 60 feet.
So is this door's open, right?
Yeah, you can get to like here or here. Either one of these squares.
Okay. Right. Oh, yeah. So
like here? Yeah.
Yeah. And this door is open?
Which door? Yes. Also, however, you do notice that this turret is deployed.
Oh, shit. Okay. Well, I can't do anything about that.
Right. So, the doorway is open, and the turret is going to roll initiative. And we're gonna say it goes back around to Halsage. And Halsage is going to also run 60 feet, so he can't shoot. He's dead on your heels. It's your turn. Halsage is behind you, and there's a turret in the middle of the room.
And there's a hole right here.
Yes, there is, because I remember that this is your blowtorch run, and I was cleaning up the blowtorch run when you told me you did not actually want to undoozies all of that.
Yeah, so how far can I get towards my hole?
You can make a 60 60-foot burst towards the safety of the hole.
I can't get all the way.
If you keep left, if you keep right, you can be out of the line of sight of the turret.
That's what I want to do.
All right. Turret has
actually, if at all possible, I kind of want to be out of the sight of Halsage when he gets to that doorway too.
Okay. Turret has its turn. It can't do anything. It's Halsage's turn. Halsage is going to move 30 feet and then stop. And he says, "Listen, I've got you cornered. Throw out your gun, or else."
You've got me cornered, have you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's Ashley's turn.
We'll see about that.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Is there anything you'd like to do from where you are, or?
So I can be anywhere to access their mainframe, right? Anywhere, around here?
With 2 shunts in, you can,
Yeah. And I have 2 shunts in.
Yeah.
Alright.
So you move here, right? Through here?
Through here, yes.
Alright, so Halsage's Overwatch triggers when you do that.
Oh, shit.
And he misses you.
Oh, thank God.
And yeah, secure clothing, AC 13 you should be.
Yeah.
And you managed to, so that's 35 feet into your 60-foot sprint. So I'm assuming you disappear into the club. Roll me a dex again.
I'm gonna say something like, "By the way, you should really tend to that guy outside. He's really jonesing for whatever you give him. It's kind of dickish that you would just leave him out there."
All right, give us a dex sneak to disappear through the club.
Yeah, let me sneak. 1 sec. Let me. Not amazing.
Yeah, but better than what you had to get. So you managed to make it out through the club with the goods in tow.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I can hack them to erase my presence, right?
Yep, you can delete. You turned off all the cameras, so you can remove your presence. It's an easy job for Shadow, and you reawaken. Although not in your pod.
I also wanted to hack the car and
South the
if
car
I
alarm?
could, and send it into the fucking window.
Yeah, you escape as a flying car just slams through the front window of this clinic, and you awaken with 2 sealed pods beneath you. You feel that you are within the heart of this of the mainframe. Wires extruding from you. You feel that all probability flows from you. You have been chosen for further integration. Now you ghost through the sights of other thieves. You have become the greater shadow, and your mind directly connected to the driving force of probability. You see it all spin out, move by move, action by action, and on every roll of the dice, have the presence and preference to avert. And with that, we complete tonight's session. Thank you for joining us. We have 9 viewers on an impromptu Twitch stream. Pat was just we should live stream this. So I'm like, okay, I guess. But yeah, so Pat, only player, favorite, least favorite, you want to see more of?
Yeah, no, this was a blast. Honestly, we should do more Shadowrun. Or not, well.
Do more Stars Without Numbers, or do some Shadowrun?
Stars Without Numbers felt like Shadowrun because of all the hacking, but you know. We should do more Stars Without Numbers on the stream, honestly. I thoroughly enjoyed this. You know that I have a deep love for the Stars Without Numbers system. It's a very easy, intuitive system. Very effective. Does its job very well. Huge fan. Huge stan. 10 out of 10. Please. What's the guy who made the system? It's like Matt or Max or... It's not any of that. David?
It's Kevin Crawford.
Whatever.
Kevin Crawford.
Kevin Crawford. That's it. Yeah. Kevin Crawford, please pay me. Just kidding. No, seriously. Excellent system. Huge fan of the system. So that's right out of the woodwork. Loved the session. Huge fan of hacking and cyberpunk as a genre. This was a very interesting concept. Honestly, I've got nothing but glowing feedback to give you. So the premise was great. The tricks and differences and the whole concept, the maze, everything about it was good. It was just all around a very interesting session. Interesting.
Way, I will show it to
very
you
fun to play through
without dynamic lighting on, so you can just see what it all was.
Yeah, I have a feeling I got a good grasp.
Yeah, I think you went everywhere but the bathroom.
Yeah, well, I'm still seeing nothing but black. So
if you refresh it,
okay, I'm refreshing now. Either way, though, you made an excellent map, an excellent premise, great characters. I didn't ever really... So I guess, all right, downside is that I didn't ever actually find out what they were doing in there. Yeah, no, I think I did go everywhere except for the bathroom. Where is the bathroom? No, there's the bathroom. Look at... Really, really nicely done bathroom. Holy shit. You spent some damn time on this. Oh my god.
The speed mapping is strong with this one.
Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, we have a great tile set.
You really do. You really do.
No, just fantastic work, Lee. Everything about this. Although I don't see the door to the... Oh, there's the door to the bathroom. God. Thought of everything. There's even an Oni eye in the bathroom. That's a little bit
I know.
sus.
I know. I put it there thinking like, oh yeah, creepy corporation.
I'm sure that was intentional. Yeah, no, creepy. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, no, you thought of everything, really. I mean, you even had a good comeback for like, what's on the other side of the building? You were just like, yes. Glad you asked. It's even worse to try breakthrough, so don't even bother. I'm like, okay, you know what? That makes sense. Sorry, I'm a little dehydrated. I need something liquid.
Okay.
No, but it was a fantastic session. I really enjoyed it. I don't often play one-on-one kind of sessions, so this was an interesting divergence from the norm.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, I liked everything about this. Downside, I'll say, one thing I disliked is I didn't really get a chance to find out what they were doing here.
Mhm.
So, that's probably my only big issue. Everything else is great. What I want to see more of, I want to see more of this. This was fun. This was really fun. Yeah, more stuff like this.
Like Cyberpunk, Stars Without
Nah,
Numbers.
Cyberpunk, Stars Without Numbers. I'd even say more one-on-ones. This was pretty fun.
Yeah, and you only died. Was it twice?
Yeah,
Twice.
I think this was my third run through. I was expecting to die much more.
The first time you wound up all the organs, and then your personality got deleted by the organ harvesters.
Yeah. Oof,
and then the second time, was the second time the one
I
you
definitely
said?
knew they were doing some shit.
Was that when you soldered
Yeah,
your hole
second
through the
time
wall?
Mm-hmm.
You soldered your hole through the wall, and then you get shot through the heart. And I'm.
Oh wait, this was my third run through. This was my
your third
fourth
run, but
through,
you
sorry.
died
This
twice.
was my fourth. Oh, it was my fourth run through. I died 3 times because I did everything the same way, except I think I didn't. No, you're right. This was my second.
Yeah,
because
you're at 3 system strain, and you got 2
yeah.
from the first one death, and then 1 from the next one. Yeah, so this is your third life. Not bad, not bad.
This was fun. This was a really good concept too. I'm just I stand. This is great.
Yay! Excellent. Well then, I don't really have anything else to say other than
also great maps, by the way. Great maps, great implementation of our tile sets. Wow. Just look at all those elements, many of which were unique for this session.
Yeah. So it all worked out pretty well. Shout out 101 or 108 terrible character portraits.
Mm-hmm.
They provide lots of mostly fantasy, but also some cyberpunk art. Pat made tiles. We have a link to the art credit for this cyberpunk track. Very good.
Recently started a Patreon too.
Yeah, Pat's Patreon is not in the links, but
no,
Jure, thank you so much for the bits.
Oh my goodness! Thank you
so much. This is Pat's computer is like dying, and definitely the stream money is going to go to helping her get a new rig so she can do more art streams and stuff. That means a lot, Jure. Thank you so much. And
seriously, thank you.
And also, Pat has a Patreon. I will try. Do you have?
Yeah, I'm gonna open an app. I'm gonna drop it in 1 sec. For some reason, I wasn't even watching our stream, which is kind of a little bit ridiculous of me because I like to interact with people usually.
Yeah, but to be fair, you were the only player this time, so there was a. There we go. Yeah. So you dropped the link.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you guys so much for coming through. This was just kind of an impromptu thing. We did not have this planned.
No, we did
Lee was
not.
just like, "Oh, I want to run a cyberpunk thing," and I'm like, "Oh, I would want to play a cyberpunk thing." We were just like, "Okay, let's do it." Yeah, it worked out great.
Yeah, and so Saturday, tomorrow night, we have an 8:30 p.m. Eastern Wistmore, the final one, the epilogue. Don't pay the ferryman. End of book 1, the bookend of book 1, and after that, on Monday, we have the kickoff of Freistadt, which is our urban West Marches. If you join the Discord, you can vote in the council that will impact how the world plays out and control what the legislature does. We also join as a player in Freistadt. We have a variable time to sign up and come play. And then, on Thursday, we have our Fallout streams, Uranium Fever. You can find a playlist of all old episodes on the YouTube. The latest episode will be uploaded pretty soon. And we've got just even more fun stuff planned, so please come by.
Yep. And the tile set that that we're using here is going to be released pretty soon. Most of it is from the Fallout tile set, which we will be releasing next week sometime. Keep in touch and try to find out when we release that. It's called Apocalyptic Americana. And the next tile set that I'm going to be working on also has some content here featured. The really high sci-fi stuff, that's going to be in our Megacorps Marines and Monsters tile set, kind of alien themed in general. So yeah, stay tuned.
Yeah, amazing. Well, thank you
Thank
all
you
for
for coming out.
Thanks for coming in, dude. Jor, I haven't seen you before, but thank you for those biddies.
Yeah,
And
please follow us. We've got more content in store.
Yeah, YouTube and everybody who came through and even viewed, it's always, you all contribute a lot, and we're really appreciative of it. I'm going to cut the feed now, but see you later, Cyberponies.
Bye!
Bye!